Hey guys, it's your boy Football Talk Reactions. Today we got a new type of comparison. College football 26 versus Madden 26. Ooh, okay. This one's going to be an interesting one because obviously they going to share a lot of things. It's going to be some similarities, but also it's also going to be some differences, you know? Just like it is in real life. So, I cannot wait to see what these side by side comparisons looking like. Man, oh man, I'm already looking on the screen right now, and both of them look graphically, both of them look incredible. You know, I'm really big on graphics. I know some people aren't, but for me, graphics and stuff like that in video games, like it's up there for me. I actually put that over refresh rate. I know that sounds like weird, but I'm always been more of a graphic person than a refresh rate. I can play a 30 frame per second game and have the funnest time ever if the graphics look absolutely awesome. You know, that's how I always been though, and when it comes to gaming. But I'm not gonna do too much more talking. Let's jump right into this. Let's see, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Eric Ray once again. Original link will be in the description down below.
It's been requested a bunch of times, so let's take a look at Madden 26 side by side to College Football 26. We're going to look at mostly gameplay, player movement, and just presentation style things side by side. And make sure to subscribe for more videos like
Even
this.
though Madden is improved
so
on presentation, I'm excited to get college football.
Now, surprisingly, this year, both games are pretty similar in terms of player movement. You could see here, even weaving between the numbers, it is almost identical this year.
Yeah.
Now, that's probably because they slowed college down just a little bit from last year, but they sped Madden up quite a bit. So last year there was a significant difference. This year it's a lot closer.
By the way, so once again, it's been a debate, right, online. Some people like college 26 movement better than 25. Others are like, nah, they should just step with 25. Now, when it comes to the Madden community, from what I've seen, they absolutely love this. Cause this is what they wanted for so long. This is what we wanted for so long, a faster movement. Ever since they switched to the PlayStation 5, and I'm pretty sure that was with Madden. Damn, what was it? Like Madden 23, 22? Somewhere around. I think it was like Madden 22, Madden 23 was like the first time it was moved to PlayStation 5. But obviously they still had to do things for PS4 and stuff. But anyway, I like that they struck a really good balance with 25 and like how Madden was already doing things, but they went to 25 movement. So I like that for Madden. I feel like it brings a fresh new take on the gameplay, in my opinion.
Now, one area you could tell a difference is the juke move. I think the juke move is better in college. There's a little bit more of a head fake to it in Madden, which makes it look better, but I think you can make people miss easier with this move in college. The spin move in both games are a lot more similar. It is a little bit faster in Madden, in my opinion, but they're closer than the juke move is for sure. And here, looking at the double juke animation, they redid it in Madden this year. This is a lot better in Madden than it is in college football. It's a lot more fluid, and you can actually make people miss better with it in Madden versus college. Taking a look at the route running in both games, these are pretty similar as well, but I do think it's just a tad bit sharper in Madden. There's a little bit more of a fake out and a head fake to it in Madden versus college, although college does still have slight head fakes in there as well. But again, if you look at them kind of up close, it's just a little bit more polished in my opinion in Madden, but they are pretty good and similar in both games. In terms of QB animations, you can see that in Madden they have signature animations, but these same animations do exist in college football as well. They redid all of the running for both in the pocket
I did not even notice that in 26.
But the difference with Madden is that they have signature abilities equipped to those real-life QBs, whereas in college they use those same animations, but I think it just goes more by the player archetype in college.
I think it is based on the player archetype with college football.
Now, in terms of the pre-game introductions for the teams, both games have kind of the same level of pre-game intro.
I'm going to say this, guys. College football 26 still has the advantage on presentation, but is the closest it has been in quite some time. Madden 26 definitely stepped it up Okay, 26 built on the great foundation that they built with 25 and made it even more better, especially with the nighttime games. And so Madden was like, you know what? We gonna do the nighttime games as well. But it's hard to beat the college presentation because of the traditions. You know what I mean? And all the schools. I don't know. What is it, like 150 schools, 100 and something schools? So it's hard to beat the tradition. But Madden 26 is the closest it's been in quite some time, in my opinion. That might be a hot take. Who knows? I don't care. That's just my opinion. Take it or leave it.
Kind of depending on the team and the situation. So you could see this is two night games here, college versus Madden, and they're, I would say, equally well done. They have detail to them. They have like Joe Montana for the Niners, and then for Tennessee, they've got the light up tee and they've got the dog. So they're touching on the traditions of both teams. They're both nighttime. They've got the lights going. So the good entrances for Madden are on par with the best entrances in college football this year, in my opinion, because they redid them this year in Madden. Now, in terms of just the average pregame run out across the board, those are better in college than in Madden. They redid them all in Madden this year, but for Madden, it's a few select teams. Their nighttime entrances are really great, and like I said, those are on par with college. But the average daytime intro for Madden, while they've been redone, they're a lot shorter and have a lot less detail than the average team entrance for college football. So they kind of need to flesh the Madden ones out a little bit more. Moving on, here is the pregame.
But how long is it in real life? It ain't that long.
We've got the national championship in college versus the Super Bowl in Madden. And I would say for both games, these are pretty well done. I would say it's probably a little bit better even in Madden here than in college football. I think they just show a little bit more in Madden.
I mean, but it's the Super Bowl.
Actually, a little bit longer,
it's the biggest game of the year.
But they're still fine in both games.
Biggest game of the year.
Both games show kind of what you expect to see. You've got a lot of the pregame stuff going on for both teams. You're seeing mascots. You're seeing a lot of lights and fireworks and stuff like that. But with Madden, I think there's just a little bit more detail thrown in there. It looks different than the other intros, whereas in college it looks somewhat similar to the regular team intros. And then here, cutting over to Madden, you could see the Madden one for the Super Bowl is quite a bit longer than the pregame for the national championship. So I just wanted to include that in there.
I did not realize
an area
that.
I guess you could say Madden.
That's how it is in real life as well.
There's just a little bit more detail put into it. But other than that, I think they're both pretty good for what they are. And here's a look at the post game for the national championship versus the Super Bowl. And I would say these are kind of on par with each other as well. They're about the same length. The Madden one is just a tad bit longer, but not by much. Both of these are still the exact same for the most part as their previous year's games. They changed up a few angles and stuff like that, maybe added a different shot or two, but the overall post game for both of these are about 90% the same as the year before with College 25 and Madden 25. So they didn't do a lot of changes with that this year, but I think they're both, pretty good for what they are. I don't think one is just outright really better than the other here. They kind of all hit on the things you kind of want to see. But like I said, the Madden one is just a tad bit longer, probably like 5 to 6 seconds longer. Nothing crazy, as you could see here. They kind of have it dragging out a little bit more here with the Super Bowl MVP presentation. Now let's take a look at the weather. So for college, you're seeing the rainy option versus Madden. It's their light rain option. And these look to be about the same to me. I don't really notice much of a difference. Now, you also do have a heavy rain option that is new this year to Madden. So
one thing that Madden got right, though,
downpour. So the heavy rain
the weather is absolutely amazing
in college. Looking at the snow, you have the snow option for college and the light snow option in Madden. So you can see the regular snow option is a lot better than the light snow for Madden.
But 26 ain't too shabby.
Snow,
come on now.
You've got fall,
hello. You can't beat this.
It's a lot harder to play in, but this is more intense than the college snow. Here's a close-up of some jerseys in rain games. They look about the same for both. You see, the jerseys do get wet. They have spots on them, but nothing too crazy. I think this is just about the same. And here you can see the water that beads up on the helmets during the game as well. I would say this is about the same for both games. The lighting is a little bit different at times, so that can make stuff look different. But just in terms of the raindrops on the helmets and jerseys, I'd say they're about the same. Now, in terms of jerseys getting dirty, this is the same for both games as well. Kind of the same patterns as well that you'll see. I do think Madden may be a little bit more varied here, but not by much. And I do think right now there is a bug in college where this kind of went away after the last update, so they need to fix that. But this is how it looks when it's working properly. Now let's look at the player models for both games. I do think this is
player
an area where college
models.
is a
I know
little
they're
bit
gonna be
better.
kind of
However,
similar.
Madden has gotten a lot better with this over the past 2
A
years. But I do
lot.
think players just look
Especially
a little bit
this
more
year.
realistic on field in this game. Here you could see the lean body types, which are new for both games. But I think it's just the way the equipment fits players in college, the way the portions are. I do think they just look a slight bit more athletic and real in the college game. But an area that Madden does do better is the hair coming out of the helmet. You could see like in college, it's just generic for every player with dreads.
I mean,
whereas Madden
they
has
both
the
look
short
good,
dreads
but you
that
can
come out of the
obviously
helmet,
tell
so
a
it's little
difference
bit
with the
more
Madden
realistic.
one.
Here, taking a look at a couple of wide receivers. And again, the thing that really makes college stand out is better as well as the pants above the knee. Madden can't do it because the NFL will not allow it.
Yeah.
So things like that just make the player models look a lot more lifelike.
Yeah, I knew
in
about that
college
one,
versus
that
Madden. So, that's just
they
something
wouldn't
to
allow
consider.
that.
But again, the hair out of the back of the helmets, Madden does a better job with this. Like Jeremiah Smith should have dreads hanging out of the back of his helmet, but he doesn't because they're either going to be too long or they just don't put any at all. And then, of course, in college, you just have more customization with your players. Like you can do the rolled jerseys and show the exposed back plates. There's just a little bit more freedom in customizing the players so they look better in college versus Madden. Here's a look at a couple of face scans. Now, obviously, Madden has real scans. College uses AI. So most of the top players in college, they look pretty decent or pretty close, but this is going to be an area that Madden does better because they're using actual face scans, of course, but just wanted to show a few comparisons. In terms of sidelines, these are the exact same in both games. They slightly updated both this year, having players have towels and stuff on the sideline, but otherwise, it's pretty much the exact same. And the same goes for the crowd. I do think the crowd may be slightly better in college football. I mean, at least it just looks better because they wear more of the team colors. For some reason in Madden this year, it doesn't seem like the crowd wears as much of the team colors as they used to. So I think it's a little better in college. Here's a look at the big screens in the stadium. So Madden this year got real graphics from teams, whereas college is still using just the generic ones that they used last year. And these are the ones that Madden used to use as well, just generic and the same for every team, whereas now Madden has actual real-life graphics specialized to each team. In terms of pre-game presentation before it starts, college is more varied. They will show you different things right before the first snap, whereas in Madden, they just show you the same thing with the QB every single time. So there's more variety in college. But an area that Madden does have over college is they have 4 different scoreboards and they have 3 announced crews versus only 2. So there is a little bit more presentation on that side of things. They have specialized graphics and scoreboards for the different primetime games.
I want to know this, guys. What's your favorite scoreboard in Madden 26? I don't have a favorite. They all look good to me. But I just wanted to know what y'all
in college, they just have the one scoreboard across the whole game. So just a little area that Madden did upgrade over college this year. Now, dynamic lighting is a weird one. This was introduced in college this year, but Madden already had this. However, in Madden right now, it's kind of bugged and it doesn't always work, as you're going to see right here. It does work sometimes, but there's certain instances where it doesn't. But even when it does work in Madden, I think because college redid it this year, it's definitely a lot better done in college than it is in Madden. Here's a look at the side-by-side broadcast view. Now, this is pretty much the same for both games because college did update theirs this year. Last year, Madden's was better because they introduced that pre-play movement for the defense where they kind of communicate and throw up hand signals.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was a big selling, not selling point, but they really showed that off last year.
The game in this view, it's pretty much going to be the same for both games now, which I think is good. It should be the same because why not? Here's a look at the main menu for both games. So the pro for college, in my opinion, is that it looks cooler, it looks more fun, it just looks better. Whereas Madden's is okay, but it just looks more fun in college. However, the Madden one is a little bit more streamlined because you don't have to tab over
I about to say it's a lot more streamlined.
Like one main screen, which I do think.
I'll say this. If you prefer minimalistic and cleaner looks, you're going to like Madden 26 more. If you want more of a pop everywhere, a decent, you know what? Here's a better one. Well, nah, not really. Can't be said no more. But I was going to say college football menu is Android and Madden 26 is iOS. But you can't really say that anymore because now iPhones and stuff, they're getting stuff that Android's been having for years. It's back and forth. But you get my point. If you want the cleaner look, Madden 26 is your go-to. If you want more of a stylistic approach, college football, you're going to like college football menu a lot more. Just depends on which one you want.
Is better in that regard because I don't have to click around so much. In terms of the franchise versus dynasty UI, I do think Madden kind of wins here as well. I think that college is fine. I like the look of college. I don't think it's a bad look. I think Madden just has more to offer here. They offer you more information. There's different tabs that show you different comparisons and stats and things about your coach. Whereas with college, I mean, you just tab over and then it's just another menu list that you have to click into. So I do think the Madden one is more streamlined and just kind of offers you more information. However, an area that college is better than Madden is definitely loading into the player cards. I think this is probably some type of a bug for Madden.
It's definitely got to be a bug.
But it takes way too long to load into player cards for Madden. As you can see, college loads up, a little bit slow itself, but way faster than Madden. They've definitely got to get this fixed with Madden. Now, Madden did add a bunch of cool things to the game this year, and if you want to...
Alrighty then, that's gonna be it for this one. Let me know in the comments below which one do you think looks better overall, Madden 26 or College Football 26? That's gonna do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.